South Korea, known for K-pop, kimchi, and amazing technology. It's a country that rose from hardship to become a world leader. But behind this success, there's a hidden problem: suicide. It's a sad truth that a nation known for its energy is also struggling with so much loss. The demands of modern life in Korea are really tough. The pressure to do well in school, long work hours, and societal expectations all add up. These burdens can become too much, leading some people down a dark path. This isn't just a personal problem, it's a national crisis that needs our attention. Let's look at the facts. South Korea has the saddest fact of all: the highest suicide rate among developed countries. This isn't an exaggeration, it's the reality. In 2023, over 13,000 people in South Korea died by suicide. That's about 36 suicides every day. Imagine that, 36 empty chairs at dinner tables daily. These aren't just numbers, they represent mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, friends, and co-workers. Each number is a life ended too soon, a future lost. Compared to other similar countries, South Korea's suicide rate is more than twice as high. This isn't just a sad statistic, it's a national emergency. Education in South Korea is like a pressure cooker. From the moment children enter the school system, they are thrust into an environment where academic success is paramount. The stakes are incredibly high, and the pressure to excel is relentless. Kids face intense competition from a very young age. Even in elementary school, students are often pitted against each other in various academic competitions. The drive to be the best starts early, and it only intensifies as they grow older. The goal? To get into a top university. This is seen as the ultimate achievement, the golden ticket that will open doors to prestigious careers and a prosperous future. The university entrance exam, known as the Suneung, is a pivotal moment in a student's life. Why? Because it's seen as the ticket to a good life. Graduating from a top university is believed to guarantee success, stability, and respect in society. It's a deeply ingrained belief that shapes the aspirations of students and their families. But this pressure cooker environment has consequences. The relentless pursuit of academic excellence takes a toll on students' mental and physical health. The stress and anxiety can be overwhelming. Students are pushed to their absolute limits, often going to extra classes, hagwons, until late at night. These cram schools are designed to give students an edge, but they also contribute to the exhaustion and burnout that many experience. Not getting enough sleep, anxiety, and depression are really common. The lack of rest and constant pressure to perform can lead to serious mental health issues. Many students struggle to cope with the demands placed on them. The pressure to do well in school is so intense that some students feel like failures before they even become adults. The fear of not meeting expectations can be crippling, leading to a sense of hopelessness and despair. The Korean education system needs a serious makeover. There is a growing recognition that the current system is unsustainable and detrimental to students' well-being. Discussions about reform are gaining momentum, with a focus on reducing stress and promoting a more balanced approach to education. It's time to prioritize the well-being of students over test scores and university rankings. By fostering a more supportive and holistic educational environment, we can help students thrive both academically and personally. The future of education in South Korea depends on making these crucial changes. And the pressure doesn't stop after graduation. For many, the transition from student life to the professional world is a jarring experience. The expectations are high, and the competition is fierce. Graduates are often thrust into a fast-paced work environment where they are expected to perform at their best from day one. In fact, it often gets worse. The initial excitement of landing a job quickly fades as the reality of long hours and high demand sets in. Many employees find themselves working late into the night, sacrificing personal time and well-being for the sake of their careers. South Korea's work culture is known for its long hours and demanding bosses. The concept of face time is prevalent, where employees feel the need to stay in the office until their superiors leave, regardless of whether they have completed their tasks. This culture of presenteeism can lead to inefficiency and increased stress. People are expected to always be available for work, even after they leave the office. The boundary between work and personal life becomes blurred, with employees often checking emails and taking calls during their supposed downtime. This constant connectivity can prevent individuals from fully unwinding and recharging. This leads to burnout, anxiety, and a feeling of hopelessness. The relentless pressure to perform and the lack of adequate rest can take a severe toll on mental health. Many workers report feeling overwhelmed and unable to cope with the demands placed upon them. The economic pressures are also very real. The cost of living in South Korea, particularly in cities like Seoul, is exceptionally high. Everyday expenses such as groceries, transportation, and utilities can quickly add up, putting additional strain on already stressed individuals. Housing costs are going through the roof, making it difficult for many to afford a place to live. The dream of owning a home seems increasingly out of reach for the younger generation, who are often burdened with student loans and other financial obligations. And job security is becoming less certain. The job market is highly competitive, and the fear of losing one's job is a constant source of anxiety. Temporary contracts and freelance work are becoming more common, offering little in the way of stability or benefits. Many Koreans feel stuck in a cycle of too much work and money worries, with no way out. The combination of long working hours, high living costs, and job insecurity creates a perfect storm of stress and dissatisfaction. People feel trapped in their circumstances, unable to see a path to a better future. This constant pressure can make people feel desperate and sometimes lead to thoughts of suicide. The mental health crisis in South Korea is a serious issue, with many individuals feeling isolated and unsupported. It's crucial to address these challenges and create a more balanced and supportive work environment for everyone. Forgotten and alone. The plight of South Korea's elderly. South Korea's economic success has come with a price. While the nation has rapidly modernized and achieved remarkable economic growth, this progress has not been without its drawbacks. One of the most pressing issues is the plight of the elderly population. The country has one of the fastest growing elderly populations in the world, and sadly, many older citizens have been left behind. As the younger generation moves to urban areas for better opportunities, the elderly are often left in rural areas with limited access to resources and support. Poverty among seniors is a big problem, with many struggling to survive on small pensions. The government's social safety nets are often insufficient, leaving many elderly individuals to fend for themselves. They frequently have to choose between basic necessities like food, medicine, and shelter. Social isolation is another huge issue. With traditional family structures breaking down, many elderly Koreans find themselves living alone. The sense of community that once provided emotional and practical support is eroding. Traditional family structures are changing, leaving many older Koreans feeling lonely and forgotten. The younger generation is often too busy with their own lives to take care of their aging parents, leading to a growing sense of abandonment among the elderly. This feeling of being alone and hopeless can contribute to depression and suicidal thoughts. South Korea has one of the highest elderly suicide rates in the world, a tragic indicator of the deep-seated issues facing this demographic. South Korea needs to do more to help its aging population, both financially and socially. Community programs, better healthcare, and more robust pension systems are essential. Only through comprehensive support can the nation ensure that its elderly citizens live their golden years with dignity and hope. Whispers in the shadows: mental health stigma in South Korea. Asking for help with mental health is still a difficult thing to do in South Korea. There's a strong sense of shame associated with mental illness. Many Koreans are afraid to admit they're struggling because they fear judgment from family, friends, and co-workers. This stigma prevents people from getting the help they desperately need. It's time to break the silence around mental health in South Korea. Open and honest conversations are crucial to removing the stigma and encouraging people to seek help. When the stars fade, high-profile suicides and societal impact. South Korea has seen a number of high-profile suicides in recent years, especially in the entertainment industry. These tragedies show the immense pressure faced by public figures and the often hidden struggles they endure. When a beloved celebrity takes their own life, it sends shockwaves through society. It starts conversations about mental health and the immense pressure to succeed. These tragedies can also trigger a Werther effect, which is when high-profile suicides lead to an increase in suicide rates among everyday people. There is hope, though. The South Korean government has taken some steps to address the suicide crisis. They've increased funding for mental health services and launched public awareness campaigns. However, much more needs to be done. Access to mental health care is still limited, especially in rural areas. More investment is needed in mental health infrastructure and training for healthcare professionals. The government also needs to address the root causes of the crisis, such as academic pressure and workplace stress. Thank you for watching. If you or someone you know is struggling, please seek help. Remember, you are not alone. While the journey towards mental health awareness and support in South Korea is ongoing, every small step counts. As a society, we can contribute to breaking the stigma surrounding mental health by fostering open conversations, supporting each other, and advocating for better mental health services. The road may be long, but together we can make a difference. Let's continue to raise awareness, offer support, and push for the changes needed to ensure that everyone has access to the help they need. Remember, hope is always within reach, and no one has to face these challenges alone. Thank you for being part of this important conversation.